What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Most of us who grew up in the 90s and 2000s remember Taye Diggs. He's a great actor, especially in the film The Best Man. I mean, Taye Diggs is the truth. He's a talented actor. And, you know, by his acting abilities, looking at him on screen, you know, here's a guy we think that, black women just love this guy, right? He was in Still I Got a Groove Back, and, all those films he played, like really like just a heartthrob, a guy that, sisters just fell in love with. But I want to talk about this because, when he was coming up, maybe like some of you guys in the black community, people made fun of you. We know this happened with Kobe Bryant. It happened with Michael B. Jordan. It's happened to some of us. Some of us, we didn't really fit in to our urban crowds. And he's from New York, New Jersey. So if you're from, the inner cities and, you talk different, you like different things, people make fun of you. All right. And a lot of times in the black community, you don't get really praised for being, as a young man, very smart, a young man being very ambitious. A lot of people look at that as a weakness in the inner city. So if you're the guy who's, very hyper masculine, you like to fight, you're a good athlete, you're praised highly for that. And if you're the guy who's studying and you guys a nerd, you get picked on. Now, to be honest, some of the guys will actually, and shout out to the Pookie and Ray Ray guys, they'll actually tell people to leave you alone or keep doing what you're doing. Because that happened when I was coming up. But many people will look at you very differently. And this is what Taye Diggs has released in an interview that he's done on one of these little black channels here, TV One. Shout out to you. I love TV One. And he said that. And not only did he say that, he was called a white boy when he was coming up. Okay. And he also said that, women would always tell him that he only liked white women. You only date white girls, huh? Okay. And people would be, and he would, kind of wonder like, well, you don't know me. Is it because I talk like this? And he kind of, made it the truth when he ended up with Idina Menzel, who's a white woman. And his sisters really was, went crazy like that. But I want to talk about these guys in the black community who are ostracized, some of them, because they're not cool. And I think a lot of people, especially some of the black immigrant guys who come to America from Nigeria or from the Caribbeans, and they talk differently and they feel like, well, they're only hating on me because I'm not one of them. No, it happens in the African American community too. Okay. If you're a black man and you are coming from the inner city and people look at you as if you are trying to do something that they're not, or they're jealous, you're going to get made fun of. It happens. You're going to get made fun of. All right. And Taye Diggs, when you get made fun of, guys like that, you know what they do? They go harder. And that's why he acts he acts so weird and so goofy. People think it's because he's gay or because he's a homosexual. I don't believe that. This is just who he is. Okay? He's just a guy that is not what people want him to be. And let me just say this, there's a lot of black men who are like that. Every black man's not going to be a thug or a guy trying to get into a fight or trying to shoot the club up, literally and figuratively, you know what I'm talking about. Some guys are different. And you know what? There's no room for them in black America until they get rich, until they get sexy to women. See, when you ain't Michael B. Jordan, when you're little and you ain't developed, ain't no room for you in black America until you get success. Okay. The folks who didn't accept you now, all of a sudden now, why, they're going to say, well, why he only got with black women? Well, and here's the situation. Where were you when he was weird? He with the white woman right now? Probably because they felt You know what? Well, I'm more accepted over here. Anyway, let me go over here. Now, for me, I had a situation, but I was cool. I would roast back. I would fight back. So I had to earn the respect of people that grew up around me. And still to this day, you know, people look at me as, you know, as who I am. But everybody ain't gonna be like me. Some people are gonna leave, move away, and never come back. And that is what we've seen in Black America. I know a lot of you guys have been talking to me about this Black elite situation. There was a video done, I believe, by a German broadcast company. Melanie King has reviewed it. And a lot of these dudes that have money in the African American community, you'd be surprised that that some of them are married to whites. Many are married to blacks, but some are married to whites. Why is that? High achievement is something that's not really looked up favorably in the Black American community sometimes. But I want to tell you this, who gives a shit? Who cares? All right? Who cares? It's temporary. And I know a lot of guys, you know, you look at the Black community and you have disdain. I get it. But I want to tell you, is smart people rule the world. Talented people rule the world. And I come before you as a guy that's 40 years old, and I can look back with hindsight as 2020. You will have no problems in Black America or any society if you're a producer. And a lot of guys have let this bother them. Being called a white boy, well, you. You're a dusty boy. And a lot of guys go around with that hurt from Black America. Don't you let these losers make fun of you. If you guys are in high school, if you guys are in college, and people in Black America make fun of you, don't you let those losers make fun of you. We need people like you. I would tell Black young women the same goddamn thing. You want to be something different. You want to do something. We got to start putting the limit on blackness. Okay? Because some of our best people thought out the box. If you talk differently than somebody else, it's okay. You talk differently than other people. You see the world differently, it's okay. You see the world differently than other people. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? You talk differently, you enunciate your words, it's okay. It's okay. And you guys got to understand that. Don't let these idiots in Black America ostracize you for the rest of your life. And they ain't got nothing. Be cool. And shout out to Urban Nerds and George Macon. We got to make it cool to be Black and intelligent. Instead of, you get Black and rich, you got to move all out the goddamn country and stuff. You know? You got to move all somewhere else. There's that documentary of our Black elite class going to South Africa. Okay? Black without borders. Black with no borders. Okay? There you go. You got to do all that. No, you don't. Okay? You don't like what people can do. You don't like successful Blacks. You don't like me forget you. Okay? And that's what we got to be. You guys stop getting offended by people in the community who aren't going to do that with their lives. Because guess what? They're going to be the same ones begging you for a job. And when you get good, they're going to be the same one wanting to date you again. Trust me. They're going to forget, I was just playing. I know you was just playing with your dusty ass. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.